gonna move the party to the bed and breakfast where you all stayed
Bed and
last night.
breakfast.
I don't know where you're gonna be sitting. You do notice that after some deliberation, Bastion apparently decided he would be there. Everybody should long rest, with one very notable exception. If anybody wants to do a perception.
Opening up character sheets.
Yeah.
I need to do that. Any character sheets?
Where you at, you hoe?
Riv is not got her coffee this morning.
Listen.
Neither has Croia.
Okay, Braylee's not there.
Lamau. Riley's not there.
Doll also hasn't had his coffee.
Nope, Doll has not had coffee.
I'm setting stuff up. Given
Put it
that,
on the table.
given that I already know the information, do you want Theo to roll?
Yes, please.
Okay.
We'll see how much Theo knows the information, you know? Theo knows. Awkward. The only person who... Let's see what Bastion gets. I'll give it an advantage since they're at the same goddamn table. Advantage...
Does Doll get advantage then?
Sure.
Yay.
Hey look, Bastion noticed.
Doll, do you notice? Don't give fucks!
Not a single fuck given.
Not a single fuck
We're gonna
is
lower
given.
the threshold to 10 so that at least Croia can know. And Theo can know.
Well, that
And
means
apparently
Doll does.
Bastion can know.
And the doll will know because
Yeah, the doll will know. Martine looked rough. Boy looks like he did not sleep. Like, there's not enough caffeine in the world to help this man. His bags have bags. He did not sleep good. He appears to have, he appears to be exhausted. That seems bad. But, now, you guys are not the only ones in this inn. I just refused to fucking find some NPCs, and I refused to draw anymore on the fly because I was busy doing other things. But there are other people in here. You're not the only ones in here.
there's just people around.
Yeah, there's people around.
Doll's on the table pretending to be a doll.
Glorious.
Just sitting there.
Martine, since you were apparently up all night, while you were struggling to sleep, you remember hearing fighting up on the ridges that hold back the ridges from the volcano. The war that encompasses the rest of the mountain. This side is not currently having fighting. You remember seeing fighting, or at least the light and flashes of spells that would suggest fighting on the other side of the ridge. Your window faced directly out, and you could see the mercenary camps up at the top of the hill. The fighting has made its way right outside of Tillean. You're not sure how long the city has been under siege, but it's definitely under siege. Does anybody want to do like a vibes check on themselves?
Vibes? What is vibes?
Like, I don't know, whatever your vibes are. You want to use the medicine? Like, use your vibes. Pick a vibe. I don't care.
Pick
Get
a
creative.
vibe.
Get creative. Vibes check yourself. I'm just for shits and giggles.
I guess that would be a whiz for all of those.
I think it's a whiz. Bastion has no vibes.
No vibes.
He has no vibes,
That's
no
what's wrong
sense
with
of vibes. He has never even considered once a vibe.
Oh.
Theo has all of the vibes. He's
All
got
of
his
the
vibes and Bastion's too. He has every vibe right
all
now.
of the vibes.
Reminder that Martine is going to be rolling at disadvantage.
I know.
Apparently, he's still rolling.
He's okay with vibes.
I mean, you know, that doll is on the table.
The doll is on the table.
He's kind of alert.
Vibes. You know?
He's just waiting for it to do the doll thing where it, like, turns its head all the way around, and he's pretty sure it's gonna happen, but, you know, it still hasn't happened.
It hasn't happened yet. He's freaked out about it. He's waiting. Half the anticipation is the waiting.
That's how horror movies work.
Yeah. Hell yeah. So, y'all don't feel hot. Something a little off. The fish was a little fucky. Kind of gross. There's groaning. Like, in the corner, there's an NPC that is just like, how old was that fish, barkeep? And the barkeep is just like, I have no idea. And he apparently is giving out extra ale on the house because he feels bad about it. But, like, you feel gross. You feel pretty gnarly. Gross shit. Everybody feels like if they farted, it would not go well. The doll appears. Oh. The doll appears to be vomiting glitter. Bastion has glitter in his hair.
He has glitter in his hair.
Like, he is holographic.
The expensive kind, like the really shiny kind, like
hell yeah, it's dual chrome.
Dual chrome, bitch. That shit's good.
It is never coming out. Yup. He is officially covered in art herpes. So. What are we doing?
The doll's making very sad noises. You're not quite sure what the sound is.
But it's sad, bro.
But it's sad.
At one point, it appears to startle itself with some kind of function you didn't think a doll had. And turn completely inside out.
And then right side, it does a whole whoosh. And then it sits there.
Confused.
Bamboozled.
Martine, like, from it.
Arr.
It kind of flops over, like, on its face. And just kind of lays there, and then you just see a little poof of glitter.
Bastion has placed his forehead. Bastion has placed his forehead directly on the table and just.
A little hand, it goes up and goes under the back of his head.
Glitter falls out.
Yeah.
He goes, he got that thick ass Latino hair. You pop him, a puff of glitter falls out. I think it vomited on me. It's the only thing I have to explain what the noise that came with this was.
There's a hiccup.
There, just like...
There's a hiccup and a sound of what sounds like falling marbles. There's Skittles on the table.
You've never seen a Skittle before.
I've never seen a Skittle before.
Martine knows those are Skittles. They have a little less.
Martine doesn't like it.
I don't know, man. I'd like Bastion takes one and eats it.
But they're good.
They're delicious. Here, you want to taste the rainbow?
Martine over there.
I think that one
actually came out of the center seam, but you know, you do you, lady.
Martine over here, like, it's a good thing that's not the grossest thing I've ever seen.
Like, the way that Bastion just, like, stares into the middle distance, like, it's not the grossest thing I've done this morning.
Poor baby.
He's not having a good time.
It's like when the sneezes just make
This
something
sneezes cannot be
accurate.
trusted today.
No bodily function can be trusted today.
Sneezes may be dangerous. And, like, you've seen at least 2 NPCs sit up very straight and waddle toward the other room. I was told very young that I wasn't exactly good at hiding. Like, Bastion has his hood up and is just, like, straight down.
Martine's just been sitting here, like, because, like, he feels like, he doubly feels like ass.
Yeah, he's, above the table, he has 1 level of exhaustion.
2. He has 2 levels.
2 levels of exhaustion.
Ooh,
Ah!
1 level of exhaustion.
Levels of exhaustion. Ah! Ah! Ah!
Y'all are the worst.
Hello, what's going on with Theo and Croia over there? Bastion's just like, I need to know, because I know there's no bidet in this place. How is the fur going?
The- Oh no! Oh no!
She's done some womanscaping.
Womanscaping!
She's done some womanscaping. Everybody feels like shit. Everybody in this inn clearly feels like shit. What's the plan, boys? Does anybody want to roll a med check?
I do.
Is that a whiz?
Yeah, it's a whiz. She's embarrassing.
Embarrassing.
Wow, everyone feels like Garbo.
Yeah, because unfortunately Martine rolled that 11.
Yep.
Even.
Everyone feels. Wow,
Theo.
Theo is here right now.
Theo's here.
He is.
He's used
Ascended.
to feeling like shit.
Let's see what
He's from
Bastion
a
has to say.
He's from a land where he always. Is his?
Wow, Bastion is on. I think Bastion is just like, kind of like looking around, looking at everybody. And I think he'll make eye contact with Theo. Meaningful eye contact. And then just kind of put his head back down. Because this shit is... that must have been a really fucked up fish, man.
Bad fish,
Yeah.
bad fish.
I wonder if Theo's more aware of it because he took a bite of it, went, oh, that's not correct.
Above the table, it's not the fish.
The fish were fine.
The fish was fine.
Mm.
You think it's the fish because the NPCs think it's the fish. They think you have food poisoning. We have to cut all of this.
Cut all of it.
Nah. I'm just, so that Theo doesn't keep making wrong assumptions with his whole chest. Because with a 17, he should probably be pretty aware that this doesn't seem like food poisoning.
Yeah.
Or if it is, it's the gnarliest food poisoning he's ever had in his life. And I'm sure he's eaten some questionable shit.
He has.
So,
Stomach of iron, that one.
stomach of iron. Riv is indisposed.
She is not used.
Bonk. Okay.
She is not used to feeling like shit.
Rivri, you've never had your shit be spicy before. It hurts on the outs. It hurts on both ends. It's terrible. That's a good question. Oh yeah. Just as a free information, everybody here is parched. You are so thirsty.
Thirsty.
I mean, to be fair, you have vomited up, like, all of the water inside you, and then some. So...
The plush is gonna, like, sit up.
Whoa.
Bubble. It's got glitter. Just on its face. And it, like, looks over to wherever the barkeep is and goes... And then flops over.
The barkeep has vanished into another room. You hear retching.
Oh, no.
Yeah, everyone here seems real sick.
This is terrible.
I mean, you guys did all eat the same thing last night because they made it in a big batch. This is not a restaurant. This is a B&B medieval style.
You get what you get and you enjoy it.
You get what you get.
Yeah.
Bastion makes another miserable noise.
The doll tries to sit up again, falls over Bastion, and then you just see a little, like, waterfall of glitter fall on either side of Bastion's head.
Jesus, this is very soft kill me.
Not very.
How far apart are these tables? On here it looks like they're about 10 feet apart, but they're as far apart as Croia decides she wants to move the table to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just
Just like, Bastion has gone forward and his hood has, like, settled over his head. You just see a... Thanks. It's not having... Bad manners. Alright. Terrible. That shouldn't be as funny as it is.
funny as it is, you know, these poor people feel awful.
They do. They feel real bad.
The doll points to the door, like, it just hangs.
Yeah, because Bastion's over here like, everything smells like vomit. And shit. It's horrible.
Like, oh, way.
Alright, so we're gonna get out the door?
Yes.
Okay. Bastion's just... Bastion looks very small under that hood. Just like, ugh.
Martine,
not feel great.
like, he looks rough, but he's still carrying himself fairly well. Like, you can tell he's used to feeling like absolute dog shit.
glorious. Yeah, I think we're gonna go to this. Oh, that looks like a good street.
They're like,
We'll just go to this street. That seems like a good street. I
That's
just had to, like,
pretty.
pick a street. Okay. While we're out here, does anybody want to do, like, where are we going?
outside, just outside.
Just outside? Okay. Okay. Can I get some perceptions then?
Perception.
Disgrace. Evil is clear
I
as
feel so
the
sorry.
skies say.
Wow.
Wow, Martine.
Martine perceived
Martine is
nothing.
rolling a
Theo
disadvantage.
perceived nothing.
He is disadvantaged pretty severely, looks like.
Martine is putting all of
He's
his
not
attention
doing
into
well.
not looking like he feels like ass.
Okay.
I can't hear you.
think.
Yeah, you're deafened.
Why am I deafened? That explains why I can't fucking hear anything. There we go.
There we go.
That was an accident. I was working on DM stuff in the other tab, and I must have clicked it on accident. Anyway, Martina's doing real bad. Croia not doing much better. I think Rivri. We're gonna go with Rivri because she got a real good roll, and that seems good enough. You know, as you're walking down the street, you notice, like, you remember the little slime that was at Kotsu's place, Arthur?
Mhm.
Yeah, how he's a green slime. You've never seen one out and about in the wild. You've just seen Arthur. But, like, you know, it's safe to assume that he's not the only green slime. There's a lot of them out in the street. They're everywhere. And they're very small. They're moving from door to door. And they look like they kind of remind you of cats, like they're trying to get in. You're gonna, like, you as you walk down the street, enjoying fresher air. Still kind of smells like puke. You can't tell if it's from your shirt or the street. You'll come around the corner, and the street opens up. And you're, like, looking down this long line of sight. Because this is a wind, like, the roads here are pretty windy because everything is very steep. So they have to do a wind. But every so often you'll get a really long line of sight. You are at the top, and now you can see pretty much to the bottom, or at least when it takes another turn. This entire street hits you like a wall. It is the worst smell you have ever smelled. It is a foul odor of, honestly, it's vomit and feces. It hits you like a wave. It is full of people, mostly children. They're all heaving. Every direction you look, they're heaving. And there are slimes all over. They move from person to person, absorbing it. And the moment that they get big enough, they split. Like, the moment they hit a decent size, they go as if there's just not enough. Like, they'll grow and grow to about the size of a cat, tremble, shake, and split again. And they're doing that. There's no hesitation in it. Just
Who just left?
The bot.
the bot.
Okay.
Yeah.
The plush vomits a whole ass rainbow.
Entire rainbow.
Entire rainbow. It just goes very cartoonish. It hits the ground and there's little, like, splatters, but it doesn't stay there. It just vanishes like light.
Rip. So. Yeah, they're just people are just rushing down the streets, just getting water, rushing back home. You just hear retching. What do you do? The slime that you know that talks is Akatia's. There's nothing saying that they... Oh. Well, that's a good question. Where's Riley?
Probably. Does he know where they went to sleep?
Probably not. He went to bed at the ministry.
Yeah, he went to bed at the ministry.
Oh.
Probably. Find the word boy.
Find word boy. That's a good, like, wondering where word boy is, like, a whole thing.
Martine, like, has probably by now noticed that the slimes are moving around and, like, going from person to person. Are the people that they go to getting noticeably better? Like,
No.
okay.
They're just cleaning up the excrement. They're just cleaning up the vomit. They're not big enough. No.
They're little, they're like this.
They're not very big. They're
Well,
noticeably
bubbles.
smaller than Arthur.
Yeah, Arthur's huge.
Arthur's a very big slime. No. Arthur doesn't split. Word boy's at the ministry. Not
He said
necessarily.
he went to work.
He went to work, and you know he worked. But usually when you meet up with Riley, it's typically when you go to eat. So he either shows up where you slept at Celia's, because Celia lives near the ministry, or he shows up when you go to eat.
The last time we saw him show up was at Katsuya's, right?
The last time you saw him show up at random, I think it was actually right outside of Celia's house when you saw him.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need everyone to roll a con check.
All two?
Oh yeah.
Fuck up,
Alright.
Martine. Oh. Martine is not. Martine is not doing good.
Congratulations,
Wow.
Theo. You
What-
shit yourself a little.
How, Theo? How? How did
He
you
was
roll
doing
two
so
nat
well.
ones?
He clenched real tight, but then he sneezed.
How did you roll two nat ones?
That is a sneeze.
If it makes him
With
feel
a
any better,
plus
Bastion is
5.
willing to very quietly prestidigitate him. Because he's nice like that. It's the only reason Bastion is clean. He just kind of does one of these. I won't say anything if you don't say anything. Ah, how the mighty have fallen. To a double one of all
It was
things!
double one.
Snake eyes!
How the fuck, Theo, did you roll? I thought for sure. I thought
That's some
for
gnarly fish, my dude!
I thought for sure this man, with his 5
Plus
fucking
5!
con,
He's not doing well. he's not doing well.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine. And you're not really fine, but you just can't get into
I'm
it
just-
because they would never understand.
I'm sorry, it
I
had to be
just
done.
need to. I need. I just need to drop that in Sony.
Oh,
Damn
God.
it, Becca.
Snake eyes.
Snake eyes.
I love that Becca is just like calling us out in 5K. Uh,
What the fuck am I doing?
Okay, man, that's sneeze.
that's Croia.
The witch.
I think it's funny that you say rib and use Croia's accent. You know what happens. Alright. You're a decent way from the ministry. Like, bed and breakfast was actually, like, up on the hill a little bit. Close enough that Martine could see the mercenary camps out the window. Hello, Boba! So, you can absolutely head toward the ministry. You have to go in town a little bit. As you do, every single street that you turn on looks the same. The waves of foul smell, the slimes moving down the streets, desperately trying to clean it all up.
Can Martine try a wisdom, or not a wisdom, a medicine check?
For sure, but he does it at disadvantage.
Ah, come now, Martine.
The doll's gonna do a try.
You can always do a help if you want.
Actually, you know what? I'm spending a whimsy to take that 21 because
Hell yeah,
fuck it.
do it. Hell yeah, do
Because-
it.
I have fucking 7 on Martine. Like, you are
Yeah.
passing that check, motherfucker.
I mean, yeah. So, with a 21 and a 21, you can see that these people are already becoming dehydrated. Like, the kids are already starting to lose stretchy. The smaller they are, the more dehydrated they appear to be. Rivri with 15, yeah, they're definitely dried out. You can't tell to what degree. But Martine, you estimate these kids, if they keep on this trajectory, probably have less than 4 to 5 hours.
Yeah, it's not the end.
You can't talk to Martine, so you don't know what Martine
right.
knows.
He
Every single time
Yeah.
you turn a corner, somebody else is in the street heaving. There's buckets in the street placed. They're all placed in a very organized place beside the door, and the slimes are making their rounds. Bastion goes, no, that's just how they do it. That's just where the buckets go. The slimes clean everything. That's just where the buckets go. The chamber pots always go on the right side of the door. Then he heaves.
Into a bucket.
Into one of the buckets. Goes, bleh. Alright, well, we're going on our way to the ministry. Can you speak low, Flossie? They can't answer you if you don't speak their language. We need to go get Word Boy. Bastion can. I mean, but is he translating? That's the question. He's currently heaving into a bucket. We need Word Boy for this.
More boy! Is he going to be getting kicked out of the ministry?
Huh?
Is he going to be getting kicked out of the ministry? Is he sick?
No.
Hmm.
No, nobody's at the ministry yet.
Oh, it's too early?
Yeah, it's like 7 a.m. They don't open till 9. This is less than This is Central America. They don't start a shit till 9, and then they take a nap at 2.
You know, there.
Livius made it in his own image.
Beautiful.
A would be. So yeah, he's probably stumbling out, not feeling so hot.
Yeah. He's just like hand against like a pillar or some shit, and he's like, "Hey, what's up?"
Get through, Brutus. Like, because
He's like,
the way Bastion's like, et tu, Brutus?
he looks over at Bastion, like turns around, leans to where behind the pillar, just vomits. How can I help you?
Well,
It throws up like right behind, or like behind Croia. It probably gets the back of her hair. It did its best. Riley's like, he's like, good to know I'm not the only one.
Bastion just kind of goes, yeah,
What do you mean, everyone?
everyone.
Literally everyone. Like,
I mean, like the group, or
No, like everyone
No.
in the city.
the city. Like, Theo,
Well-
the city.
well, that would explain why I couldn't find any like guards this morning. Okay. Ugh.
Now that they have Riley, Martine is going to share we need to get water we need to hydrate them. The kids the kids have maybe 3 hours.
Like, okay. How?
I don't know yet.
Like, Riley looks at everyone. Anyone got any ideas on how to force water into people who are throwing up?
So we saw them going and getting water, right?
Mhm.
Um,
There's a fountain in
Can-
absolutely every district, and you've walked by at least 2 or 3.
can Martine share that getting water into them is not the problem?
He can say
They
whatever
are-
he wants.
Okay. Then he's going to say getting water into them is not the problem. They are getting water. It's not helping.
Riley's like, okay.
Can Martin try another medicine check to see if he can, given that it is the entire city and that water is not helping, it literally can't be food. So the source has to be the water.
From here on out, you can use whatever you know in real world as Martine's check. He doesn't have to make this check. I'm
Okay.
removing this check mostly because he's a combat medic. And it doesn't make sense for you not to be able to use your real world knowledge in this situation.
Okay. He would be like, it has to be the water. It can't be the food if it's the entire city.
And there's currently sheathing.
Riley's like, he stands there, turns, like, just vomits, cleans his mouth, and he's like, okay, so, it's the water. That honestly sounds awful and explains why I feel awful. What does that mean? Does that mean you know what we have, or?
It wouldn't. It's important to note that this is a pre-germ theory society, and that depending on what you tell them may affect the timeline. This action will have consequences.
Will have
Yeah.
consequences.
I'm letting you know that now.
Meta knowledge. Just for when Martine was yoinked,
He would have
was
been
given-
told.
yeah, he was given the do not fucking
Yeah.
mess with the timeline.
Yeah, he was told that, nobody can know, and what you do back there will have rippling effects, so be careful. Thank you.
I think Martine, she asks, and I assume Riley translates so that,
Yeah.
Martine can be involved in the conversation.
There are some pauses
He-
in the translation. He has to burp.
Also, every time someone throws up, you just see Martine kind of cover his mouth a little bit, and you can tell that he's used to holding that shit back.
I mean, he's only halfway succeeding because of the nature of
Yeah.
everything that's going on, but, honorable
He's-
try, senor.
He's trying.
He's but doing his best. Good God.
But Riley translates, and you see Martine just kind of, because he has the answer, but he can't share the answer, and he's just you can see him thinking, you can see that fucking buffer wheel.
The buffer wheel.
Oh no, Martine is found. The problem is
It's loading.
Martine knows too much.
Riley stares
It's
at
more-
Martine for a while. Anyone else have any ideas?
Best is just I think you're supposed to eat soup when you're sick.
You're right.
That's about all I got. Yeah.
Soup. Soup sounds
And
good.
he's just I think you're supposed to eat soup, and it kind of just clicks, and Martine kind of points at Bastion that's a great idea, actually.
Coming up
We
on
should
an
go
hour.
see Katsuya. Huh?
We're coming up on an hour.
Soup.
Soup sounds great.
We walk to soup.
The cops,
Katsuya. Everybody tries to cheer and then. Katsuya.
Not working.
Why is it not working?
It's still early in the morning,
Yeah.
All right. So, what are we doing?
We are going to go see
Being
Katsuya.
sad and miserable.
Going to see Katsuya while sad and miserable. Good, glorious. Nothing has changed. You're gonna go to see Katsuya. Move us over there. Good.
What flavor is it?
When you arrive at the noodle shop, it is closed because it is very early still. Does anyone want to knock on the door or anything?
Martine will.
Okay. So you knock on the door, and Arthur is the one who opens it. He's bigger than all the other slimes that you've seen so far today. They've been moving, like the slimes, as you are on their way here, you've watched them move through the streets, crowd at doors, cluster near fountains. They're following people around. But he's big enough to be a people. He stretches up, and he's got these big glassy eyes that float haphazardly on his head. You get the feeling they're more there for you than him.
Careful, my love.
When the door opens, you know, he's gonna let you in because you seem very perturbed. Katya is sitting at the table eating a bowl of warm soup. It's got floating bits of seaweed. It's got some rice in it. He has an earthenware cup that steams in front of him and a damp book that is in a language you can't read. There's a woman in the corner quietly eating her own bowl of noodles. Riley would immediately recognize her. She is Avonlea Dubois. He would recognize her from the ministry. Livius has bumped into her. This is the Minister of Magic. If anybody wants to do a quick medicine check, the bar's on the floor.
Medicine check.
Medicine check. Medicine check.
Absolutely everyone is gonna pass.
Hold on, where's the medicine check?
There
it is.
Yeah, everybody passes this. The way Katsu's just like, neither of them are sick. Katsu looks bamboozled. He has not left the shop. And Avonlea also looks confused. What?
And Martine chimed.
Avonlea looks perturbed.
And when Katsuo looked perturbed, Martine pointed at Arthur and was like, there's a lot of him in the street, but smaller, like, about yay high.
You just see him like, he seems paused in his tracks, just stopped. Like, it's different than not understanding. It's not the same.
And
he sits there. Okay, you go.
Martine's just like, sorry, I interrupted you, but Martine would continue. He's like, every time they get just a little bit bigger, they immediately split. And then become little again. And then it happens again.
Anybody want to do a perception check? Because
Yes.
Avonlea is getting up and she leaves out the door and she's gone.
Theo didn't see a damn thing.
Listen, he shit himself earlier. He's
Martine
not doing-
didn't.
he's not doing that.
Martine didn't see a damn thing either.
Anybody who rolled better than a 10, the moment that you said that everyone is out there vomiting, Katsu's hands began to visibly shake. He gets a little paler, which is amazing because he's a deep folk, so he's particularly pale to begin with. What do you mean there are no more music tracks, you whore? Play it again. Anyway. He started shaking. He doesn't answer you. He stands up so abruptly that the chair behind him falls. And he goes into the kitchen and you can hear pots. Anybody following?
Martine wouldn't follow him into the kitchen because that seems rude to him. But he would kind of like stand on the other side of like the counter, and if there's no door in the way, just kind of peek
Riley has to follow. He's translating.
Bastion stepped out the door just long enough to puke. If you go in there, Katsuya's pulling down pots and filling them with water and lighting the stove. He's shaking.
Yeah.
He's, like, even his lips are trembling. He's filling pots with water. He's stoking the oven. He points at whoever's closest and says, "Go out the back door and get me more wood."
Martine would just go. Like,
Riley will too. You know, they're both strong. They'll go get it.
There's a pile of wood out there. You can hear retching. Even down here on the docks, very far from where the bed of Nexus was.
Riley brings as much wood as he can carry, which is a lot.
Martine also picks up sorry.
It's fine. Just finish your sentences.
Martine also picks up as much as he can.
Yeah. So once you bring it in, Katsu doesn't even wait for you to put it down. He just starts grabbing and shoving it in the fire. The slimes, they're like, they protect the city. They follow sickness and clean up filth. If they're not, they only split normally privately. They only come out at night. And he's feeding this furnace and stoking it, and it's getting really hot in here. Pots are going on.
Martine would ask what else do you need? Like, basically, how else can I help?
The heat purifies the water. You see Bastion vanish out the door, and he comes in with a kid in one hand and probably a toddler, like two on his hip, and he's already got toddler gunk on his chest because they've already puked on him, and he's just like setting him down. And Katsuya doesn't like to touch anybody. Takes a pot of broth from the night before, the same one he warmed up to make his own soup, and does one of these with it. And as he does, a bubble of broth comes into his hand. He goes to the small child. Down the hatch. Just almost like it looks like waterbending. It's innate.
Theo has probably vanished out the door with Tibbs in tow because he has a big dog. He does like kind of understand children, and they will follow that big dog. He can put multiple on Tibbs, especially small ones.
You see Katsuya, he commands whoever's, not currently armful of wood to take the tables and move them to the edges of this restaurant.
I do think that Martine, since Croia is on wood now, and she can carry significantly more than he can, he starts moving tables.
Yeah. Theo and Bastion. I thought Riley was getting wood.
Riley is holding wood.
Yeah. Let's chat that real quick.
It doesn't take the people getting children very long to get so many children that they can't take anymore. This is not a huge shop. And Katya has begun trying with the soup that he's already got, water beginning to boil, to help these kids. They are puking it up basically as quickly as he can get it down. Katya looks at her and goes, I am but one man.
Martine's like, you can tell he's chewing on something because he's trying to figure out how
Riley nods from behind this giant, like, pile of wood in his arms. He's like, I think that's the only thing we can do right now.
Katsu's just like, do whatever you want. I'm gonna take care of these kids, I guess.
Really, like,
You are all still very sick.
Yeah. And I do think that Martine goes over to Katya and is like, can I get some, please? And he's like, I understand how, like, I understand how this sickness works. I just don't know how to explain it to them.
Katsu's just like, there's a demon in the water.
And he's like, Martine over there. Yeah, that'll work. Like, in his head, he's like, that'll work.
You get the feeling that's what Katsu actually believes.
I mean, yeah, like, Martine's just over there like, you know what? That explanation will work.
While you're in there, Katsu will begin to... He takes the water once it is boiled, does one of these with it, and pushes it into her with whatever available skin is there. And she feels already, like, that better. You're not fixed, but it's like what you would imagine a cure wounds to be, just raw water into you. And if you all stay there, he'll do that for each of you.
Riley would like one, please.
And you'll feel better,
Better.
but you're not fixed.
Hydrated.
Slightly more hydrated.
Better is better than, not at all.
You'll stop puking quite as often.
Mm.
At least for now. Uh-huh.
Okay. Now, Riley's gonna It's a nifty trick. I'm not sure if anybody else can do that.
Katsuya would just kind of shake his head, and Bastion, who's still groaning over a bucket, would go, the deep folk thing, they just can do that. Nobody else can do that. That's just something they can do. It's because of their goddess. I think. I mean, I assume. Yeah. Like, he believes it's because of the goddess.
It's like, okay. Alright, Brandon's like, he's like, just drinking the water isn't helping anybody. Just drinking the broth isn't helping anybody. It's like we need more of this, for the kids at least.
He appears to be hyperventilating.
He needs his comfort slime.
I don't know. You're gonna have to go talk to someone else.
Noted. Have they? They have not come across any other deep folk in the city, have they?
Not even half.
They have not explored a whole lot.
No.
I mean, no, it's only been 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
I do think that Martine has left and started going along the docks, telling people like, hey, you need to boil your water. He probably just tells them there's a demon in the water and the heat gets rid of it and it'll make you feel better.
I mean, they look at him like he's crazy, but they're like, they don't know you. They don't know you from Adam. You're a weird ass human.
I mean, yeah, but like he's trying. He's going to try.
I mean, they're kind of like, sure, bro, but like, you are a weird ass human with very little renown.
Yeah. Okay.
If only you had a government official.
If only you had a government. Riley's like, I think I know. He's like, I got an idea. I know someone who I'm blaming his lunch. Let's go.
Yeah, because
Yes.
Martine probably came back in after a couple tries, and he's like, they're not listening. They will not. Like, they will not listen.
Yeah, Bastion's just like, I'll stay here and help, I guess. He's been doing his best.
The doll is trying to help. He's not doing very well. He's very small.
They're small, very full of glitter.
Very small, very full of glitter.
But, yeah. So we're going where? Doing what?
I'm probably gonna try to go to Levisa's house.
Sure, yeah, you know where he's at.
It's early morning. He's still
Early
at home.
morning. He's still at home. He's eating breakfast. Well, he would be eating breakfast. It's not now. No, he's not. Actually. When you arrive at Celia and Livius's house, Livius is fine, but he's watching all of his children puke. And his wife. And he's doing what he can for them. Because he's a paladin. He can't get you.
Wait. Then why is Riley sick? If he's...
Riley's only level 2.
Oh, okay. I was like, why is Riley sick?
She did
didn't
this
know
on
what-
purpose.
Because Livius is past the cannot catch disease threshold. It's
It's a little
skeleton.
I lost an M&M. I found it.
So, Tillean and the kids are all up in their beds. And Livius is pacing back and forth. And he's, clearly upset.
Riley, the knocky knock. Like, Liv.
Just opens up, hair disheveled, not even in its ponytail, just hair.
Riley stares up at this man and he's like, it's not fair that you're more attractive like that. Listen.
And he's like, what the hell? That doesn't even finish. He just leaves the door open and goes in the other room and, takes another bucket out.
Riley is like, well, hold on.
You're gonna have to walk and talk, kid.
Yeah, he's walking. He's like, okay. We were talking to Katsuya, did the news up. He says you have to boil the water. Something about a demon in the water. Boiling the water will make it safe for drinking. Or something.
Okay. Boiling the water fixes this?
It'll make you feel better. We feel better. It doesn't make it go away, but it makes us feel better. So you won't be as nasty.
Okay. Okay, and he just pots clatter. He pulls one down so fast something goes flying.
Riley catches it.
He doesn't even care. He just runs out to the nearby fountain and fills it. Brings it back in. Puts it on the stove and starts, and gets up there and just, you see him doing one of these with a flint. Starting his stove.
Yeah.
He may be the minister of defense, but right now he's a husband and a father.
Mm-hmm.
Martina's going to, he watches him go to the fountain, and then, where do those fountains come from? What?
The aquifer.
Where is that?
Up the hill. The big underground cavern.
Martine over here. Could we... It's a lot of water, but... Is there enough people? If we got enough mages together, people that could,
Make fire?
Could we heat the entire aquifer? Boiled all the water at once.
The whole aquifer is already hot. It's in a volcano.
Then where? Martine trying to figure out where the
Contamination's at?
yeah, where
There's okay, so I haven't been up there in years. There's the main cavern, and then there's the feeder cavern that feeds into all of the fountains in the city. I'm really sorry. I don't think you've noticed.
No, you're
but
busy.
I have a newborn and I'm kind of freaking out.
No, you're busy.
Riley's
I get
you
it.
Understand?
And he's
look,
like, I'd be freaking out too. I have 6 kids. And he's like, I'm just trying to figure out how to make sure that all of the kids in the city don't also. He's like, we're running out of time.
Olivia's probably has that baby strapped to him and it's not doing well.
Probably crying a lot. Poor baby.
Yeah.
And Martine is like, take that baby to Katya, I'll watch the water. And he's like, I promise nothing will happen, just take the baby to Katya. He did something, it made all of us feel a lot better.
And Olivia stares at you like he's trying to judge if he thinks you're
Riley's like,
safe or not.
Katsuya helped us. I was just as bad as everybody else when I left the ministry this morning. It was real bad. And if you go down to Katsia's, tell everybody to boil their water. And only drink water that's been boiled.
You'll stay here and make sure that nothing happens to my kids.
Yes, I'll stay here, make sure nothing happens to the kids.
Okay. And he goes. He leaves, and you are left with the other 5 of his kids and his very sick wife who will not stay in bed.
Martine probably start as soon as that water's boiling, like he probably asks Celia if she has like any like salt and like stuff to make a broth.
Yeah, I mean, you know Celia's up because you heard something crash.
Oh.
And she just appears like...
Riley's like,
Oh, how are you?
I'm Riley, I work with your husband.
Okay.
He went to go take... Oh boy.
She's not doing well.
And he's like, Martine's just like, do you have anything to make a broth? Like, a very simple one.
Yeah, I got stuff. She's got a pile, like a whole pantry full of fresh vegetables and stuff sitting right there.
Martine just starts pulling stuff down and like preparing food.
Would it be like illegal for when all the stuff is in the pot for Riley to go over and very not so secret but secretly, because there's no way to keep this a secret, but force rapid boil the...
Oh, if he wants to.
Yeah, he's gonna do that. He's just gonna go over, he's gonna be like, Martine, move a little, I don't want to burn you, and he just like puts his hands up like next to where the fire is, and he just like breathes really hot fire underneath the pot.
All he's gonna get is, please don't burn my stock. That's
like,
all.
Very good control over it.
Like that's Martine's only concern. He doesn't care that he's breathing. He's already seen him breathe lightning. Like that's not even the problem. He's just like, please don't burn my stock.
Just don't harsh my vibe.
How long do you guys think it's been since the first time?
Probably like an hour.
Probably about an hour? Noted.
Yes, it would have been an hour.
Also, in the 20 or 30 minutes it took you, I'm not hearing anything out of you, Nyx. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, I thought I saw your thing light up green a couple times, but I wasn't hearing anything, and I'm like, okay. In the 20, 30 minutes it took you to get up here, you're already starting to feel bad again. Katsu put a band-aid on it. He didn't fix it.
Like, as the, as it's boiling and, like, getting, like, Martine notices that, probably, well, actually, do we have to roll, like, checks to see if we notice?
Getting sick again?
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, you'll know.
Okay. Martine, like, kind of...
You had to roll checks to begin with, but you know you're sick now. You can do a vibes check on yourself and kind of figure out where you're at.
Riley just like, oh.
Martine is kind of like...
Because you've already lost some more water. Like, somebody's definitely vomited on the way here.
Yeah.
Martine just, like... looks at Riley. Can you cool this off enough that we can get it in those kids without burning them?
Like, that's gonna take a little longer. Give me a second.
And he's like,
he'll stand there, staring at this water, single tear, and then he just he like inhales and exhales just ice. And he's like, I don't want to do it.
and he's like,
Yes.
are you, Martine over there, are you all right?
He's like, I'll be okay. He's like, I'll be okay.
And Martine's like, and he's like, I don't know what you did, but I appreciate you. And like, he starts like dishing up, probably dishes up himself one, hands one to Celia. Like,
Delia's, she takes it, she starts knocking it back like a woman who has clearly won some drinking contests. And wanders back to the other room where they have their kids. Each child is in a different bucket.
Oh, poor baby.
And she is right back to mom on duty. They're not, the oldest one appears to be probably 9 or 10.
Probably gonna take bowls and hand them over.
Martine over there, y'all should also, like, whoever else is there, like, he'd tell them that they, should also get some.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know exactly who. Is it just Martine and Riley?
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay. And then he tells Riley that, you should drink some too. We can't help
Like
people.
after he passes them out, he wraps himself one, and just like.
How long do you two plan to be at Celia's house?
Until Liv gets back. Probably until Liv gets back.
And until Livius.
You'll be there all day because he's not coming back.
Mm.
He's he's currently the de facto leader of this faction.
Then, if Livius doesn't show back up, like,
You hear within 15 to 20 minutes, you'll start hearing people outside yelling. Like, you'll hear a real familiar voice. You'd know Bird Brain anywhere. He's also not sick. For what I think is obvious reasons.
yeah.
What armor?
Yeah, that's definitely what it is.
That's 100% what it is.
And you
He
hear
ate
yelling
at Katsuya's.
Right,
Katsuya's. But we're just everybody. We're opening a triage center, and he'll give you where the sick are meant to be going.
Okay.
They're opening triage centers. It appears like it only took about 20-30 minutes for Livius to get to the ministry, begin getting the word out, and now they're starting to establish triage centers.
Okay. Riley's like, well, that's something, I guess.
And Martine, you can just see, like, Martine's, like, the tension bleed out of Martine a little bit, because, like, triage centers going up means that the whole city is starting to find out, which means that they can stave off the little ones. Like,
Hopefully.
he's hoping. Like, it's a little bit of, it's a glimmer of hope in the otherwise, oh god. Martine,
An hour and 45 minutes to get the first triage center up, and it's brand new. But we have triage centers now going up over the city.
Probably Riley is going to unfortunately bother Celia. He's gonna be like, Celia, apologies. I need to know, would it be possible to have deep folk at the triage centers?
I don't know. You'd have to ask Liv or Avonlea. I don't know.
I haven't seen Avonlea since she left Katsuya's this morning.
She's probably doing whatever they're doing out there.
He's like, do you know where we could find deep folk to talk to?
No, they stay in the water, except for the noodle guy. Maybe like Evangeline.
Who's Evangeline?
One of the merchants. She's Shilong Bai's daughter.
It's like, well, that's one other one. How are you feeling? You think you can hold up here on your own?
Do I get a choice?
It's like, I think you should take you and the children to one of the centers.
Can you help me?
Yes.
Absolutely.
If you'll help her, you can get the other 5 children to the nearest triage center, and it is packed. There are people everywhere. They are setting up beds as quickly as they can. The smell hits you like a wave. There's one healer for probably every 45 to 50 people, and none of these healers are Devo.
And he's like, Martin's just like looking at that and like looks over at Riley and is like, and looks at Celia, asks if she'll be okay here because they need to find deep folk. Because
I mean, she's setting her oldest kid down, and that child's legs start to buckle, and she picks him right back up. She's got one on each leg, and you still don't know how she's upright, but she is. She's upright on motherhood spite. There's
he's
a lot
like,
of moms in here upright just on spite.
and he's like, do you think that you could spread word around to get people making the broth like I made? And he's like, it'll buy these healers time.
She's just like, yeah, I'll do what I can.
And he's like, thank you. And then turns to Riley like, we need to find that
we need
merchant.
to find. Yeah. So they're gonna go down to the merchants.
The
area.
entire merchant section appears to have already been, I want to say, evacuated, but, you know, there's no one there.
Damn.
The streets are suspiciously empty.
Hmm.
Back at Katya's, kids are pouring in. There's not room.
Yeah.
It's wall to wall. Rivri, can you, or anybody who's there, really? I think Theo's there,
Yeah,
Croia's there, Rivri's there. Anybody who's there, can you make me a perception check?
Damn.
It's not a high check. You don't need much. Every last person succeeded. Okay. There's yelling at the door.
Oh.
And as you listen, you realize this is the voice of Felix Augusto.
Felix.
My boy, you have to help, sir. We don't have any more room in here. But my baby, he's not waking up. Please, you have to help. I don't know what to do, sir. It's full. We don't have any more room. You're gonna have to wait in line. He's covered in fluids, but he's not sick.
But he's not sick.
Katya's shop is acting like a triage, and there's a line out the door because it's the only place in town that anybody seems to be getting any better. But it's not sticking. My kid, he's this child is limp in his arm. Yes, he's breathing,
Okay.
but he's pale and clammy. No amount of cures seem to be helping these people.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've expended any spell slots, but there's no injuries to heal.
Doll looks suspiciously at Felix. Him's is not sick.
He's not sick.
Him's is not sick.
He is the broth like he's hungry. But you know, it's only a moment before he's, paying attention to what matters to him.
Yeah. in the doll. Not sure how it would, but do a vibe check on Felix.
Sure. How do you want to vibe check him?
Intimidation.
No. You may not intimidate the vibe checks.
Like what
That-
else is there? He's just gonna stare
that
at him with
has
his
to
creepy
be
doll
quoted.
stare.
You may not
You don't
intimidate
get
the
anything.
vibe.
He's not even paying attention to you. His attention span right now is the person who won't get him in the room and the child in his arms.
I mean, I guess it would
You'll notice
it would
that-
have to be like, because he's trying to see why you not sick. Like, why not sick?
The doll doesn't have anything it can roll that would tell it that. Although, as you're noticing all of this, Katya has started to push his way from the other room. And he's just like, he recognizes her because they helped him. So he hands over his child. It's the desperation of a parent. He comes over and just... He seems tired already. It hasn't been very long. And he
Yeah.
already seems like he's getting tired. But he's still doing it. This guy is a germaphobe. There's puke on his floors. Arthur is working triple, quadruple time just to keep this place clean.
Yeah.
And Katya has not complained once, has not slowed down, has not hesitated. He just keeps healing. His hands are shaking, but he keeps healing. Yes. He doesn't wake up, but you get the feeling it's because he's exhausted, not because he's critically ill. He's got a little more time now. Felix was not allowed at the door. Bastion is there. He comes in from the other room with a pot of water that he was bringing out to Katya, and is just like... Bastion's just like, I'm not the one who had the problem with it. Katya's the one who didn't have the problem with it. Like, Katya's the one who didn't want to answer.
No,
it's
that was Katya.
who began to hyperventilate. It's like, I can try, but, the guy doesn't really want to talk to me. I'll do what I can. Please don't drop that pan. Bastion sighs as he watches the noodle man shift another pot of boiling water to cool, and then begin filling one recently emptied. I won't. Katya's already furrowed brows dug in even deeper. This man was an enigma, a mystery that Bastion continued to poke at here and there until he could find a solution. Between the moments where Katya desperately pushed water into rapidly drying bodies without ever touching one, and this, something wasn't adding up. How bad was it? Bastion asked softly. He watched the chef stop dead in his tracks. Bad. Was it like this? Katya stared at the boiling water as if he was looking straight through it to the fire beneath. Yes. I'm sorry. Because what else did one say at this point? The retching in the other room was not coupled with the scent of death and sour milk, only because Arthur tirelessly continued to clean. Miss my mother, Katya whispered. So quiet, Bastion almost thought he had missed it. Can't relate. Bastion thought it, but he would never say something like that out loud.
Not right now. Not in the wake of this tragedy. Even he wasn't that cool. Did she die? Somewhere, in the restaurant, a child echoed a call for their own mother. The whole village died when the sickness came to our water. It was everywhere. It was in everyone. It was inescapable. I was the only healer. And the only survivor. Bastion whispered it, closed his eyes. Yes. The clanging of pots being moved signaled that Katsuya was once again moving, all the while his hands shook. This must be really hard for you. Bastion wasn't exactly the best person for the job when it came to comforting someone, but he was trying. I will heal until the sickness is gone or I am dead. Katsuya shook his head and pressed his lips into a thin line. Bastion sighed and averted his eyes to look over the kitchens. He'd never really been back here before. Any other time, for any other reason, Katsuya would have shooed all of them out. Even now, the cook had begun to sweat in a way that was unnatural for his kind. He was getting sick, too. Bastion's golden eyes lit upon the shrine in the corner. It was small, modest, but it clearly depicted a jellyfish. Can't you call Jingwei? Bastion asked. Katsuya was quiet for a long time as he tended to the water. He was making broth now to keep the children as strong as could be managed. Something that wouldn't hurt on its way back out. Oh. Why? Bastion looked back at the cook. The silence that stretched out was long and heavy, thicker than the foul air that hung over every home in this city. I left her, and if I call, then she might hear. And you can't face her. Bastion heaved a heavy sigh. Thank you, Katsuya, for helping who you can. If only there were more of them.
Like, my human brain is that you find the yuck and make it clean.
That would probably be a good idea, because otherwise no matter how
More
many
people are
you
gonna get
heal,
sick. Yeah.
more people will get sick, and then the same people who just got healed will get reinfected.
Yeah, but I'm
This
like,
is not a virus. You don't grow
Yeah.
immunity to it.
Riley doesn't know that. He's not gonna know that.
No.
He's out in the wild with Martine.
Martine would know that.
Yeah.
Martine can look
Which, I mean,
around,
he
and
was-
at this point he's figured out that this is probably some kind of waterborne illness, likely some varietal of dysentery.
I mean, yeah, he did say, like, he already said earlier to Riley, like,
And to Livius.
and to Livius, that it was in the water.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
Now the
and
hard
that,
part is
like,
how
they
do we
needed to
get there?
heat all of the water.
Yeah. The hard part is getting there.
That's a good question. Do they want to come back?
I mean, they're looking for big folk to be helping.
Yeah.
The entire merchant quarter is crammed into one triage center. And as you go from triage center to triage center, you realize very quickly there are thousands of people here. Finding one person in there might be difficult. If you would like to do a perceive, you may.
Riley will do a perceive.
It is a very high check.
Martine will do a perceive. Maybe he'll roll an at 20.
Maybe.
You'll
I
have to
doubt
roll
it,
2
but-
because he's at disadvantage.
Nope.
Pride is not the word I'm looking for. You do not find Evangeline.
We did not find
There's a demon in my dice. My dice have
Christ.
dysentery.
You're not 3 nat ones for Martine in a row.
Yes, it is. Those dice are telling a story, and it's that Martine can't see shit.
Martine is not feeling well. Congratulations, Martine. He's shitting himself.
My dice have the dysentery.
Okay, my dice, they have the dysentery. Okay, Riley, he's going to, it's a long shot.
I need one second.
Yeah.
Does anybody want me to read this out loud so that, the playback can have it?
I think that's one of the things that we should probably, record. professionally later
Okay.
because we all read it. And
But
so
how do we feel about it?
I think, I'll pour Katsuya.
Good. That's
Yes.
cool.
Same. Poor Katsuya.
No, baby.
Leave the man alone. That's all you get is leave the man alone. Bastion's basically just kind of been hiding in the kitchen working the pots.
Yeah. Okay. Riley is going to probably bother anybody that looks like an official of any kind
There's a few of them around.
around the
There's a few of them.
triage.
There's a couple.
And he's gonna just ask, like, it's like, I'm looking for Evangeline Bai.
By she's fairly notable. They would know her. They kind of give a gesture in the other direction.
Other direction.
Like they gesture down one of the rows. There are rows and rows and rows of people sick. And it is about 2 hours in now.
Running.
2.5, something like that. I don't know. Yeah. What's a faucet?
Fountain.
Fountain. Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm a fisherman. Is my kid okay?
For now.
Like, and he would have looked at Katya and go, "Is my kid gonna be okay?" And Katya's just, "I don't know yet." And keeps working. If you keep heading down that row, you can do another much easier perception check.
Perceive. Riley, please.
Let's see if
perceive.
Martine rolls another double.
Riley took it. Riley took it for you.
Awesome, good. Martine, you have no idea what you're looking for?
Hey, look! You actually did take it.
Proud of you. I'm gonna pull out just on this map we're on right now, because I don't have a map for the triage center. I'll pull it out so you can see her. We get her the right size here. Why are there two? We only need one. Ah, you ho! It's sabotaging me.
I saw that.
As you go down the row, you will eventually come to a bed with this woman on it. She is pale. She is breathing very shallowly. Beside her, there are a couple of children. They also do not look good, but she's getting noticeably sicker faster than everyone around her.
Damn.
And I think... No, actually, you're not in the right spot for that. Never mind. Carry on.
Okay.
Her husband is beside her. He's also very sick. But not as sick as her, not getting sicker as fast as she is.
Okay. Rivri said she wanted to do a vibe check.
Feel free to do a vibe check. Anybody want to do a nature check on Evangeline?
Riley.
The guy is healthy as an ox. Looks perfectly normal. Which is
I
weird.
think Martine.
Riley, why? Why can't you do shit?
Martine.
You're so sick.
Theo's not there.
That's fine. Martine's 14 is more than enough. She's aquatic. Or at least semi-aquatic. She's gonna lose water faster than everyone around her.
And he's like, can we put wet cloth on her?
I'm sure that her husband has already done that. Amir would know how she works. It's just by the nature of who she is, she dries out fast. Amir's not stupid. They've been together a long time.
I mean, yeah, like,
he's stupid.
He's
but-
stupid.
I-
They've been together a long time.
you just didn't, like, you didn't say if she already had, like,
I didn't think
towels
to
on
say
her.
it. She's covered up, but yeah, they would be damp.
Martine would probably look over at Riley and say, this line is not going to work. We need to figure out how to get the water treated.
I was like,
Or
okay.
else.
Like how, where, when?
And he's like, I don't know. I don't know the city. And he's like,
I was like, I knew I should have followed my instincts and asked Livius for a blueprint of the city.
He wouldn't have given it
No, he wouldn't have.
because Luffy's wouldn't even know where to look for one.
he's like,
You've got 2 int and a pretty face.
And he looks great with disheveled hair.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking crime.
If the water is in a volcano already hot and it gets to the fountains, there has to be water in between that carries it to the fountains.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's how rivers work.
And he's like, yes, I know that's how it works. And he's like, the problem has to be somewhere along the river, but we don't have enough time to search.
But yeah, I was about to ask, can you fly?
And he's like, I think we should try to get back to everybody else. And he's like, because this isn't going to work. And
Just us.
standing
Yeah.
here is wasting time.
Let's go. They're gonna get back to the noodle shop.
As you do, as you're walking down the rows of people, you don't have to make a check for this. As soon as I can find it in my fucking notes. You walking down the rows and you're seeing people. And you
Probably
hear
speed walking.
1, 2. You can only move so fast. There's people in the aisles.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. A man holds a young girl, limp in his arms, pale and feverish with sweat and vomit crusting her skin. He gently drops water into her mouth, 3 drops at a time. If he notices you looking, he'll say, "The healer said if I give her more than just a little, she'll vomit it back up." Her lips are cracked and dry, and more runs down her chin than she swallows. The counting echoes all over the room, out into each of the halls. 1, 2, 3. Somewhere, someone loses count. Somewhere, someone realizes they have nothing left to count. You are at 3.5 hours.
The youngest kids are starting to die.
Okay. This is a great soundtrack. Devastating. Let's. Okay.
I'm trying to think.
Yeah, I know one thing that could be done, but it would be it's like a desperate thing.
If anybody who's outside wants to make a perception check, since Martin is not sharing any of the things he saw.
Well, he's not.
Hell yeah! Riley, on the hills, high above the mountain, there are mercenary camps.
Mercenary.
And Livius did say the aquifer is fed from the mountain. She probably does too. She would know they're up there, but she wouldn't be putting two and two together. With a nat 20, you can pretty well assume that it's probably coming from up there.
From the military camp.
They're all mercenaries who are not from here. There were so many people coming into the city that you had to wait a day to dock.
Riley looks up. He's not as int as I. He probably will be like, because he was there when Katsuya was talking about the slimes.
Mm-hmm.
He'd be like, looks over at Martine, and he's like, should gather some slimes. Some of the green ones.
And he's like, sure. He's like, you can tell he's starting to get a little rattled because he's starting to notice the little ones getting
Riley's
weaker
like,
and weaker.
"Focus." He's like, if we don't do this, more will die. Let's go.
He's like, I know. Believe me, I know.
I
and
need you
he's
to
like,
do a
we need-
medicine check on Katsuya.
Are they there?
Rivri sat there.
Or
Do another one. You do this one at advantage. You're in close quarters one. That's enough. Starting to sweat in an unnatural way. He just kind of looks at her and goes back to work. This soundtrack is real good.
It's yeah.
it was very good.
Like, listen, Frostpunk is good at taking this to the point. If he wants to, he for sure can, but that's a real early way to blow it.
That is a real early way to blow it. But it is desperate times and children are dying.
That is your choice.
Yes. No.
You might want to go back to Katsuya.
Yeah, we'll probably go back to
You can't speak
Katsuya.
slime.
Yeah, I can't speak slime.
Arthur might be helpful here.
Yeah, so they'll go back.
I'm gonna put Arthur's in the chat because I believe Arthur is probably a people by now.
Arthur is a people by now. Probably has recruited some of the other green slimes in.
He's doing what he can. They're
Unionizing!
They are 100% unionizing. Where did you put it?
It should be... No, I put it in Tillean.
Oh yeah.
Contemporary.
Thank you. I'm like, where did you stick it?
Behold him in his beauty.
wonder if I can... I think I need to save it.
Yeah, you'll have to save it.
Arthur is now a people.
He's a people.
He's moving from child to child. Here, we'll just bring that out so you guys can... So, Bob can see it.
Bob. Wow.
Wow, Arthur, you're gigantic. What happened? He ate a lot of sick.
A lot of vomit was eaten this day.
Why would that happen? There you go. Arthur the slime.
So slime.
He is working tirelessly. Someone has to keep comforting Katsia. It's definitely him.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yes.
Dead giveaway.
Dead giveaway. He's blonde.
He's blonde.
The fact that Riley has black hair is weird.
Yes. Alright,
Okay.
what's the plan?
Well, they're gonna get up there, I suppose. Him and Martine. And Riley probably will just kind of like force his way in and be like, I need as many slimes as we can possibly gather.
Katsia looks up. Martine, you know Katsia well enough that you don't have to do a medicine check.
Hold
Does
on.
not-
My roll 20 is not fucking loading.
It's
How dare it? It's racist.
big babies. Arthur looks around and goes, I am very gay. He's like, I know, but that's still weird.
These are big rats for Elmo. The stamen is of a flower. I'm gonna stop
But
making
you were
Grease 2
saying-
jokes.
You were saying about the,
You don't have to make a medicine check to know that Katsia's sick. You know him well enough to know the way he acts when he don't feel good. He's starting to lag.
and Martine probably goes over to him and tells him that, like, you need to sit, you need to rest. You can't help people if you go down.
If I do not keep working, there will be no one left to help. And it's the
And
most
he's
clear
like-
thing he said all day.
And he's like, we're working on that. But if you go down, there will be no one to help anyway. He's like, you can help a few and exhaust yourself now and have no one left later. Or you can rest and be able to help more later.
Katsuo's starting to get very agitated. He doesn't know you from Adam.
And he's like,
And you're also wasting time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Riley is like, whatever is happening, whatever is poison is not poisoning. Whatever demons are getting in the water, it's from up higher on the hill. It's like there's a camp. It's between the main water and here. It's gotta be there. It can't be anywhere else. We need to take as many slimes as we possibly can to get up there and clean at least the water so that no one else gets sick. So that at least the ones that are getting better stay better.
Bastion's like, that seems like a plan. I mean, he's a person. You ask him yourself.
Alright. He's like, just me? And he's like, he looks up. Oh, it is racist to assume that, but we do
Yes and yes.
He's like, let me. Okay. He goes over to Katsuya, and he's like, will you be okay if I leave?
No, but go.
So he's like, okay, I'll gather someone. So he'll go out and just like make the weirdest bubbling noise you've ever heard in your entire life. It's loud.
The slime start pouring down the streets toward him. And Bastion is like, I don't know what's happening, but I want to go.
Like,
So
Riley
he's-
is like, I'm only taking you, actually.
Oh!
He's like, everybody else help as many people as you can. I'm taking Bastion, and we're going to go because I'm the only one.
Bastion is trying to hold his hood up like, bro, the hood.
He's like, yeah. Perceive.
Do you want them to be perceived?
They can do a perception check.
Does anybody
Because
want to do
it's gonna happen
perception checks?
Yeah. Well, hold on.
Probably
I have
gonna,
to re-pull out.
Ask the fisherman for nets.
Yeah, they'll give them. I
Gonna
mean, I want
gather.
to know how you're going to put Jello in a net.
They will have to hold themselves together.
Yeah, I
Pull
think it's
yourself
going to get away.
together.
I think you're going to get away with it.
I'm gonna get away with it.
Riley and Bastion are going on a soul-searching mission together, apparently, and they're going to get away with it scot-free.
We're gonna get away with our
Hold
crimes.
on.
Wow, there's been a lot of reds this
There's
time.
been a lot of reds. It's a bad time.
Well,
Everyone
hold
has
on. I haven't-
dysentery.
I had to re-pull my character sheets from refreshing, so like
True, I
Alright.
should pull out my sheets. You're right.
I can't roll if I don't have sheets.
Yeah, right, your turn.
Okay, what the hell? I accidentally pulled out characters instead of their sheets. Well, now. Okay. So. Yeah, I think Theo would notice. Whether or not he sees, because it happens outside, if he's inside. Is he inside or is he outside?
nosy or not?
Is
Prob-
he nosy or not?
he's probably outside because they need help keeping people, like, one, if there are any children that are less sick, they need to have those kids.
Parents
like,
are starting to
corralled.
get very... What parents can fight are beginning to.
Yeah, like, Theo's probably trying to help keep the peace.
I do think that Katsuya
At-
will ask Rivri, does she think that she might be more help at, like, a triage center? Okay. Alright, Theo, what does Theo see?
What does Theo see? What
Or
direction
hear.
are you facing? Here, he hears. What he is going to hear is first probably going to be
Bastion squawking.
Bastion squawking, probably going, "What the fuck?" in Lofasi, and then just
No, it's not. It's High Fossy.
it's high
It's High Fossy.
The-
Sounds very French.
Theo,
What?
Theo wouldn't be able to understand any of
the
it.
scream.
It's
Yeah.
very squeal. It's very brrrr, and it's very that away. It
That
sounds like a
away.
little girl squealing.
Like he just hears like the loudest like whoosh of air, and then it's just gone, along with an
Yes, exactly like that.
which is hilarious.
Theo, no, Theo's just like watching.
Like he doesn't
Like-
say anything because of the angle and the way the houses are. But he hears that.
He sure hears it. It sounds like a pterodactyl just got like
Punted.
yes.
Anyway, they're off and away.
They're off and away.
It seems like it seems like it would be important to find Liv at some point soon.
Yeah. Probably the only one who can talk to him is Martine, because Martine was the one who saw him with Riley.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he's not at this triage center, or the triage center that Evangeline was at. Katsu's being overrun. There's too many people here. You do notice, anybody who's still in the shop, whenever Arthur leaves, there is a little slime that walks ahead of Katya and cleans the floor. Doesn't look like it works because he is sick.
But
it's
it's trying. It had very specific instructions.
Because I'm just over here like, this is a fucking city. How is Martine going to find one man in a fucking city?
That's a good question, Martine. That's what wife said.
Yeah.
You call for Ina. Ina comes down and you say, Ina, take this message off to Livius.
Maybe you look for a Thunderbird and follow it to whichever triage center it goes to. Because
Barty.
Ina does
Patrol.
and also report back to Livius periodically.
I mean, it's more than he had. And
Sure, do a perceive.
Do a party.
Roll the demons out of that dice. I need you to succeed. That'll work. Yeah. I mean, Ana is a bird the size of a small plane, so... And he crackles.
It's a
Bird.
no.
Plane, it's a demigod. Yeah, so you can see him.
That's yours.
Thanks. You can see him flying and picking up baskets. They're small. You assume that they're probably small children and flying them to somewhere. Knowing Ana, he's probably grabbing children of the highest need and taking them to wherever.
Yeah.
Triage is.
Yeah.
So you get that for free because you know him well enough.
Ana introduced himself, right?
I mean, he gave a
Like,
ticket
when he-
to a succubus.
Oh, no. He did say his name,
Well,
I think.
like, yeah, like that.
Yeah, he did.
That's what
I think he did.
I think
That's
he
what
did.
I meant by he introduced himself.
I think he did.
I just didn't want Martine to call the name of somebody he's not supposed to know.
I mean, he's also a public figure, so he
Uh,
assumes everyone knows his name. It wouldn't be weird.
Oh, that's fair.
He's Minister of the Interior.
Martine probably, like, he can't do anything else here. Rivri's handling Katya. Katya's not listening
doing
to
her
him.
best.
Yeah, like, Katya's not really listening to him, and he's not going to be much help arguing with Katya. He
Might
knows
actually
how
slow him
stubborn
down.
that man is.
You might actually slow him
Yeah,
down.
he'll yeah, like, he knows how stubborn Katya is. So he's probably going to try to get off the docks towards the direction of Ana and, like, just yell Ana's name. Like, hope that the fucking demigod can hear him from a bajillion miles away.
The demigod can hear him, but the demigod has precious cargo. So you may follow him. It is pretty vertical city, so you have a decent idea of where he goes, but he's not going to slow down. He has precious cargo. He's basically a medevac. He's a medevac. He's grabbing the smallest children and taking them to what little healers they have. Not that they're able to do much for a disease.
Yeah. Could Martine, like, he's kind of desperate. He's just hoping this gets heard. Could he just yell towards Ana that, I forgot the fucking message they need to get to Livius. I know they, like, I know
They
they
need
need
to
to
get to
find
Livius.
Livy.
They need to find
Yeah.
Livius.
Then
Could
he might
theoretically
just
follow him.
yeah.
Alright, on the ridge, what is Riley saying once they get up there? Because they're being greeted by a bunch of mercenaries.
It's like, it's like,
All of them
Great.
speak common. Luckily, the translator went up there.
yes,
That seems helpful. Bastion is shaken, not stirred.
shaken, not stirred. He's going to release the slimes and be like, clean.
And they're over here like, "Huh?" And then they go start cleaning everything. And the mercenaries are pulling weapons.
And Riley is just gonna walk up to.
That's a good question. It's a mercenary camp. There are tents. There look to be latrines. There are carcasses. It's just a bunch of dudes holding the line. It's a forward camp.
Yeah. And is it close to where the water is?
You theorize it's probably above where the water is. In this very
Vertical place.
porous volcanic stone.
Yes.
You probably should talk to them
Yeah.
before they try to spork some slimes.
Riley is like, it's like, leave the slimes alone. They're here to clean up the mess that you've made. The people down the hill are dying. He's like, the
They
city
are
you're supposed
very-
to protect is dying.
They're getting very defensive. We didn't do anything wrong, and Bastion is just like, whoa, 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 whoa. Let's not accuse anybody of anything. Please?
He snorts.
The slimes, he's watching Bastion. Bastion, I need you to do an int check for me, babe.
We're doing it check, baby.
We'll just have him do just a straight in check. Hell yeah, Bastion.
Good boy.
Good boy. He's watching the slimes congregate around the latrines, and it starts to hit him. Katsuya never touched any contaminated water. He must have gotten sick some other way. He's been puked on multiple times. It's everywhere. Feces are everywhere. People are getting sick from other vectors than just the water.
Yeah.
He's already figured out the logic because these two, it's a demon, it's in the water. It's a demon, it's in the water. He's just hit a 19 intelligence check. He's like, where do you guys have your latrines? And they're just like, what do you mean? We're far from the wells. He's like, I get that, but where do you have your latrines? And they show them. They're on the hill. The slimes are converging around them. And one of the mercenary makes a comment. He's like, it's weird. We haven't had to dig any new latrines. They just kind of empty. And Bastion turns around and looks at Riley and goes, the aquifer is right underneath this hill.
Goes directly down through the mountain.
All of the volcanic stone is basic. It's porous. Move the latrines. And they're just like, what's happening? All of the children are getting sick. And it's the first time that you hear the word dysentery.
Mm-hmm.
Because every last one of these people are from across the sea, where this is a common problem. If you put your latrine too close to the water well. But they thought they were safe.
Mm-hmm.
Because the people drink from wells in the city.
Yeah.
They thought they were being safe. They were not trying to hurt anyone. And Bastion's just like, we gotta find where the aquifer's at.
He's like, well, it's got to be around here, right?
Mm-hmm. It's under the city, or it's under the hill.
Mm-hmm.
It's a natural.
Yeah. Riley's gonna be like,
We're gonna fade to black, and those two are gonna go fuck around and try to figure out exactly what's happening. But meanwhile,
There's quickly going to be no new vectors, at least from the original sin. But now you've got a city that's already infected.
Not enough slimes to clean it all.
And not enough slimes to clean it all, even though they are reproducing as quickly as they possibly can. And those slimes reproducing and cleaning cannot make those kids less sick.
Mm-mm.
Martine is still looking for Livius, because that's his only, like, he is probably running after Ana.
You can get in there, and it's going to take you a while to figure out where you're going. You're going to unlock a cutscene. Because you get in there, and you'll... Before you see him, you hear him. He's in the corner with Avonlea, and they're having a hushed conversation behind a constant backdrop of children crying and people retching. Why haven't the deep folks and healers back yet? Livius is frustrated. Rightly so. He's watching everyone, including his own children, be reduced to nothing. A few villages sent word back. They said they'd be here in about a day. They said they need to get their affairs in order. Avonlea is sitting with her head in her hands, her shoulders slumped in clear defeat. Who could have thought that the thing that would defeat their rebellion would be a bout of nasty diarrhea? Affairs in order, Livius parrots back. These kids can't wait a day. We aren't asking them to die here. Avonlea looks up, and someone coughs. A child whimpers. A mother cries. Yes, we are. Somewhere, someone in the room cries for more water. And a healer curses as the last breath leaves another body. You so much as a look at a deep folk wrong and they get sick. And we're asking them to walk into a plague. The fact that they answered it all is a miracle. Livius is quiet. His golden eyes scan over the entire group and then settle on his wife, pale and shaking, but carefully dripping water into their youngest scrapped lips. It's not going to be enough. Avonlea is exhausted, and it's clear by how she can't even summon the urge to properly cry. Instead, fat drops roll down her cheeks, and she leans heavily on the wall. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. And that is the scene that you walk into.
Martine knows that that Bastion and Riley
He
went
wouldn't know
up
that. He
to
wasn't there
try
when they left. Well, no, he was there when they
Okay.
left. Wasn't he?
I was like,
'Cause came
he
back
just
with
didn't.
Riley.
He just did.
He didn't see it.
Yeah, he just didn't
what
see them
happened.
leave.
He didn't see them leave,
Yeah,
but
he
he knew
didn't
they
s-
went to go fix it.
Yeah, and so
They are
he
currently
probably
fixing it.
and he's like, I don't know the status on it, but Riley and someone else went up to the aquifer to try to fix the water at the source.
Livius looks
And
back.
he's
He's
like-
got his arms crossed like this, and Avonlea is still.
And he's like, I know it's I know. And he's like, but we're trying to fix it at the source so that there's more water, of clean water. And he's like, I don't even, I don't even remember why he went to get Livius. I don't. There is so much that has happened between go get Livius and we found
Livius is currently the government.
Yeah, so he's the only one that
He's
could,
the
like,
only one
say
that
anything.
can get a citywide anything to happen. The aquifer is clean. If you want anything to happen citywide or you want any updates about the city, you have to get it from the government. You notice
Martine
that
wouldn't know
Anna is
that
actually working as a nurse.
Martine wouldn't know yet that the water was clean though.
No, he wouldn't.
So he can't be like,
It's completely
we can start
believable that he
pulling.
gets up there and just, in the face of everything, this is the biggest triage center. It's in a warehouse, and it goes as far as the eye can see. People in beds.
Yeah.
Livius has sat down at a desk and is just staring at a book full of names. And then he sighs, turns the page, and keeps writing. It's completely believable that Martine gets up there and doesn't know why he came.
Yeah.
Because he did just run all the way up there.
Yeah.
And the problem that he could have solved has now been technically solved. But it's faster the way they did it. You're at 4
Yeah, he's just
hours. The sun is starting to get very low. Katsuya has started to pray at the shrine. No, you're right.
we
it's
started in the
mid-afternoon.
morning.
It's mid-afternoon.
I
Yeah,
was
it's
like-
mid-afternoon.
It's close to the afternoon. My bad.
The worst time to die is midday.
Sorry. It's close to the it's you know, it's afternoon. Rivri, you've noticed that Katsuya keeps going back to the shrine to pray. And then goes back to work. He appears to be the only deep folk in this city.
Yeah.
And he currently is staying upright on vibes. At some point, as Katsuya is moving through that shop, he gently pushes a small pair of shoes out of the way and gets back to work. So I'm gonna have Riley and Bastion come down from the mountain with, news of their success.
They'll probably bring Arthur. Leave the rest of them up there so they can, well, probably like half of the slimes. And be like, these guys are gonna take care of all of your needs.
Probably.
Okay.
The plush has been on Bastion's hip this whole time, so.
Yeah.
I think it was at some
it-
point,
it
but,
wasn't put in her head.
the plush seems to be pretty attached to Bastion. Like, cursed item attached.
Cursed
It
item
just
attached.
like it at some point it just like disappeared from Croia's hair and somehow appeared at Bastion's hip because he got it's like a video game follower. When you get too far away from them, they just
just kinda-
show up.
Because Bastion's just sitting there like, he's too tired and too sick to be, like, really upset. He's just kind of like... But yeah. No. It seems like the solution, the only thing that has been working is Katsuya.
Okay.
But he's afraid of the water. Rivri's there with him. He prays. He prays often. He went from barely acknowledging the shrine to praying every couple patience. No. Sorry, what? I'm also getting asked questions. I can't read and hear, I'm sorry. And he's like, yes, always. I can't face her. I abandoned her. Ran away from the sea. He's looking at her like he really doesn't want to relieve his trauma. But he's just... Yes.
I know this is serious.
He doesn't necessarily look convinced. What did you have to say, Brittany?
Oh, I was like, I didn't interrupt it because like Nyx was, y'all were continuing on with the serious moment, but I'm like over here like therapist Rivri over here.
Therapist Rivri. Therapist Rivri is on the job. Where every time I restart this, fewer tracks work.
Yeah. Okay.
So weird.
So when Riley and Bastion get back, Riley's gonna be like, okay, we did that. Now we just need to have what's going on here happen at a much bigger scale. How?
Keeping more people.
Theo would chime in. That Martine had left to go find Livius, and he's like, if y'all fix the water, and the water was the problem, we need to tell everybody that the current water is safe, because right now they won't drink any water that isn't boiled, but they can't boil. Like, here's a question that I just realized that is a plot hole.
It's not a plot hole, but sure, go ahead.
Well, it's a plot hole to me. If dysentery is a known thing across the water, why didn't Theo, like...
Why didn't Theo?
Why didn't...
Maybe because he rolled, like...
Because I didn't know that he knew that. I didn't know he would know that. Like...
He's from a rural town in the middle of nowhere. So, what is known to people from London-like conditions may or may not be known to him.
Okay. I was just, like... Wait.
He may have encountered it, but he doesn't know it like people who are from European jam-packed cities. And even proto-germ theory, they kind of understood that you're supposed to keep your waste away from the water. They had a name for it. But he's not from a city that would
qualified. Like, the closest thing Croia might know, but only because she's in places that were jam-packed. But, you know, how much she retained in the middle of all of that?
Well, Riley and Bastion were up there, and they hear the actual word, like, dysentery. Riley would be like, what is that? How do we fix that?
They would tell them that you need to drink water and pray.
Awesome. A kitty cat?
A baby who really wants to get smashed.
Yes.
Okay. Katsu just keeps praying.
Riley's like, he goes over to Katsuya and he's like, I can get places fast. Where do I have to go? Do you think your goddess could help?
He just seems very hesitant, and Bastion's like, Jingwei doesn't answer for anyone but one of hers. And it seems like Katsu already kind of knows the answer. I go to the temple, and then I didn't, and then I didn't know how to apologize for not going, and now it's been years, and
Riley's like, it's like, well,
you've already met a really mean goddess from here.
yeah.
So.
Riley is just like, okay. But would she help?
I don't know. He doesn't know. He said he wanted to go to the temple to pray because, like, that was something he needed to do, but then he avoided it because of the bad memories, and then he hadn't gone in so long, he felt ashamed of himself, so he didn't go some more. It kind of
You know the way it goes.
It's on the shore. Bastion says he'll go too.
Riley says he'll go as well.
Martine can wander back.
Martine's not there.
Yeah, he
Oh,
can wander
I
back.
mean,
I was explaining that. He can wander back in at some point if he would like to. You're coming up on the 5-hour mark. And I'm gonna have to bend the time because I prepared for this to take longer. So pretend it's further in the day.
Let out.
Should have had this started about noon.
Yeah.
Retcon it to be about noon.
Retcon it. It was noon.
by the time
Nobody was
everybody
at the-
got...
noon.
I'm just trying to decide if Martine would go back down or if he would be trying to help at the triage in any way he can.
I would suggest coming up with a reason for him to be there.
Because nobody knows him.
Because nobody knows.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, me too. Big proud.
Big proud.
Good job, Rivri.
Good job, Rivri.
then Martin will just, like, I think he tried to help around the triage and was just, like, getting kind of shooed off, like,
sounds like 2 songs. What the hell?
He came back.
Like, do what?
Oh, there it is. I couldn't hear the music.
I think he tried to help around the triage center, got shooed away because no one knows him. And so he decides to go back down because he's not helping and he's getting in the way, getting brushed off.
Okay. What's Theo doing? What's Croia doing?
Theo I don't know that Theo would go with because like those people, if they see Katsuya leave, they're going to start getting rowdy.
Yeah.
I'm telling you,
Like-
you probably want him there.
Yeah, like they're going to oh,
There are
okay.
other guards.
Or
This place has become a de facto triage. There are other guards.
Probably other healers.
Okay.
By now.
Probably other healers by now.
Yeah. And the doll is attached to Bastion. So
And the doll is attached to Bastion. We gonna bully Katsuya into going to see his god?
not bully. It's gently encourage.
It's bullying.
I
We're bullying him.
mean, he's the only deep folk here, and the only other one is dying.
A lot of people are dying right now. Okay.
The shrine.
Shine. I notice the shrine is on the water. That is a real place. It is a beautiful.
That's a gorgeous place.
I think it's odd. Don't quote me. Absolutely gorgeous. It used to be a casino. You do not see shit.
You
in the
do not
background.
see shit in the background.
It's a real, honest to God photo. So you don't see anything in the ground. In the
background.
Don't see anything.
Don't see nothing.
Don't see nothing.
Those are trees.
But
I don't.
Weird trees.
all right, you've got
I was like-
Katsuya.
I actually didn't see them because that's where my character sheets sit. So I was like, what are we talking about?
What are we talking? Yeah,
Her-
let me. I'm gonna put my. There we go. There, I don't see nothing.
The even the fires in the temple have gone out. If you are following Katsuya, he doesn't seem like he's going toward the temple.
Yeah.
He seems like he's going toward the shore.
Riley's like, he knows best. Let's go.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Everyone needs to see her look. Look at this baby. It's important that everyone see her before we get into the feelings.
Let's get into the feelings.
Alright, we are heading toward the ocean.
Yes.
Kachi's there. The whole group is there.
Arthur's there.
Arthur's there. Meta knowledge. You get the feeling that Katsu should be doing this by himself. Don't ask questions. You don't want to know.
Little man.
But he's scared.
He's scared.
But he's
We'll all stand a respectable distance
gotta
away.
make this step by himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Arthur probably stops, and everybody else is like, oh, if he's not going, we stop.
Yes.
So we're gonna go here.
How pretty is this?
It's a pretty picture, huh?
Right. It's gorgeous.
You are on the shore. And,
Scroll.
Pops just stands there. And just stares. As you approach the shore, the most notable thing is that for the first time all day, the air smells clean. There is no sickness here. The only thing you can smell is salt as the surf blows in your face. The waves lap against the shore, gentle, persistent. The tide is low tonight, so is the sun. It hangs like a golden orb, just visible over the endless dark sea. Beneath the waves, something just shallow, like the tide itself is breathing. Behind you, the city cries for mercy. Katya stands there, still in his apron and slacks, and slowly, deliberately, he pulls his shoes off, one shoe at a time. He is sick as well, you're all sick. The sickness has spared no one. You watch as the second shoe comes off, placed side by side in the wet sand. He turns to face the ocean. He moves like he's going to take a step, but he can't seem to pick up his feet. He could turn around right now and go back to his noodle shop, and no one would blame him. His entire body lurches forward, and he comes to the edge of the water and stops. He takes a step. His hands are shaking. The sound of the city crying out hasn't gone away. Thousands of souls hang in the balance. But I don't have to tell you that. You're out of options. And out of time. He cries out, "You don't know the language, and you don't need to." He's calling for his mother. Nothing happens. He cries out again. He calls out. He sloshes up to his chest in the water. As the sun dips under the surface, so too does Katya. Pulsating lights appear in the water. Dozens. She came. Deep full keelers stream out on either side, parting like water to surge around the two figures who rise from the surf. They do not pause to speak to anyone. They are there for a reason. Nakaya's green slimes clean the passage for the healers to work, without fear of catching the disease. Katsuya tries to apologize. Jingyue asks for nothing but a hug. For the first time all day, the city is finally silent. They're going to live. Livius jogs up to the party to assess the scene. And when he realizes what must have happened, he claps Riley on the shoulder and smiles. Good job. All of Tillean now knows your name.